Did you know Gen Z and millennials are actually leading the return to church? New research from the State of the Church 2025 initiative shows they're going more often than older generations. Pretty wild, right? The research is provided by Barna and Glue. That's GLOO. Glue is all about helping pastors and leaders by connecting the faith ecosystem with the latest research, tech, and even values-aligned AI. It's high tech for a higher purpose. Check it out for yourself. Just text JOIN to 46816. Again, that's JOIN to 46816.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Nursing home resident in Indiana gets a touch of Disney magic without leaving home. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Julie Provost. A nursing home resident in Indiana gets a touch of Disney magic without leaving home. This story is the kind you can't help but smile through. The kind you'll want to read twice and then share with a friend. Because when love shows up in the sweetest, most creative ways, it reminds us that joy can bloom anywhere, even in the halls of a nursing home. Sometimes the deepest kind of love looks like this. Taking a dream that feels out of reach and bringing it right to someone's doorstep. For Eve, a resident at Morrison Woods Nursing Home in Muncie, Indiana, the dream was Disney. She always wanted to visit Disney World, a member of staff shared, but Parkinson's disease made the journey to Orlando impossible. Still, isn't that just how love works? It looks for another way. Dr. Gregory Taylor and his team at Physicians for Wishes decided that if Eve couldn't go to Disney, Disney would come to her. And last Friday, the halls of Morrison Woods were transformed into a little piece of the Magic Kingdom itself. There were Mickey-shaped waffles, pretzel station, and even a Dole Whip food truck parked outside. A pin trading station and Disney merchandise stand invited residents to browse with the same wide-eyed wonder of vacationers. Every detail was woven together, right down to the Magic Band entry point. And then came the moment. 15 Disney characters, including Mickey and Minnie themselves, walked in. Eve, dressed in a matching Disney t-shirt with her friends, lit up with a joy that no diagnosis could dim. The air itself felt sprinkled with pixie dust. I think the fact that, we associate Disney World, Magic Kingdom with just magic, and I think bringing something on that level to Muncie, Indiana, is what makes that special, Dr. Taylor explained. He made sure to note that this was not a Disney-sponsored event. It was an act of pure generosity, fully funded by Physicians for Wishes. And isn't that what Jesus calls us to do? To serve and love one another in creative, wholehearted ways? To bring light into someone else's shadows, joy into someone else's long days? Sometimes it looks like meals delivered, prayers whispered, or letters written. And sometimes it looks like Mickey Mouse walking through the doors of a nursing home, carrying laughter and hope. Eve's Disney dream reminds us that even when the world tells us no, love has a way of making another way. And God, in His kindness, invites us to be part of that holy magic, where we become His hands and feet, bringing joy to the weary and reminding each other that we are seen, cherished, and never forgotten. Because maybe the kingdom of God really does look a little like this. People loving one another so extravagantly that heaven brushes earth, and even the halls of a nursing home can feel like Main Street, USA. Galatians 5:13. Serve one another humbly in love.
The Bible tells us, I will bless those who bless you. That's not just a nice sentiment, it's biblical prophecy. And it's a commandment from God, it's a calling, and right now we're called to act. The teachings of the New Testament are deeply intertwined with the Hebrew Scriptures. As Christians, we are called to honor and respect this shared heritage. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 11:18, do not consider yourself to be superior to those other branches. If you do, consider this. You did not support the root, but the root supports you. Supporting the people of Israel is more than a belief. It's a biblical mandate. By partnering with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, IFCJ, we can live out this calling together. Just as the fellowship blesses God's children, we know that you will be blessed too. Learn more about the fellowship and how you can live out your faith, bless Israel, and be blessed in return. Visit ifcj.org today. Again, that's ifcj.org. Be the blessing, live the word, answer the call. One of the most important and sometimes uncomfortable questions church leaders ask is, am I being paid fairly? Or maybe it's, Are we paying our team fairly? Church Salary just released a new digital tool designed to help ministry leaders answer this very question. Within minutes, you can get a clean, high-level look at fair pay for your specific role with their free salary report preview. Yep, I said free. Here's how it works. You enter your role, your church size, your location, even your years of experience, and Church Salary instantly generates a ministry-specific salary report preview just for you. And the best part, every report is based on real data from churches and employees across the country, something no other generic salary calculator is built on. So if you ever wondered what fair pay looks like in ministry, visit churchsalary.com/report to get your free preview report today. That's churchsalary.com/report.
Joy is one of the best feelings in the world. Joy is when your mom makes your favorite dinner. Joy is a big hug before getting tucked in at night. Joy is when you give something away to help someone else. Every dollar you give to the Salvation Army today brings joy to someone in need. You help families eat well, sleep better, put presents under the tree, and more. And then you'll feel the joy come right back to you.
A young man and his father helped their community by providing free lawn care to those in need. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Julie Provost. A young man and his father helped their community by providing free lawn care to those in need. I love this story, and you will too. Grab a tissue and prepare to be misty-eyed, because sometimes kindness cuts through the weeds. Sometimes the prayers whispered in hidden corners of weary hearts are answered in the most unexpected ways. For an elderly man, for a disabled woman, for a struggling family in Houston, those answers came in the hum of a mower, the hands of kindness, and the sweat of a father and son who chose to see need and meet it. Martin Hernandez and his son Daniel didn't set out to become angels in disguise. They only wanted to mow lawns and provide for their family. But one day, when a woman confessed she couldn't afford both her medication and her lawn care, they made a choice that changed everything. Daniel, just 19 at the time, remembered saying, "You know what? Just forget about it. We'll leave it at that." That moment cracked something open in their hearts. They began to see what many overlook. Yards growing wild weren't just grass and weeds, but silent cries for help. So Martin and Daniel started showing up, not for profit, but for people. 1 or 2 days a week, on their time off, they scouted homes with overgrown lawns, knocked on doors, and offered their services for free. At first, folks didn't trust them. In a world where kindness often hides behind price tags, free seemed too good to be true. But when this duo cut back the weeds, bagged up the debris, and restored beauty to front yards, something deeper grew hope. Kimberly Ray knows this firsthand. Disabled and living on a fixed income, she felt ashamed of her yard. "Without M&D Lawn Care doing my yard, I risk having a lien put on my house," Kimberly said, her voice catching. "They were my angels that day and restored my faith. I cannot praise them or their service enough. God bless them and their families." Shay Davis, a mama too, also felt the ripple of their generosity. After her family's home sat neglected for years, she reached out with a simple prayer. "I just stepped out on faith, on a wing in a prayer," Shay said. "I emailed them, and they actually emailed me back the same day. I cried. What they're doing is the Lord's work." And then there was the woman who lived in an RV outside her own home after losing her husband inside the walls she couldn't bear to step into again. When Martin and Daniel mowed her yard, she wept twice, because sometimes it's not about the grass, but about the grief. Not about weeds, but about the weight lifted when someone else shows up for you. "They're doing something so positive in helping people," Daniel said. "There are always people we don't know about, and they could be going through a really tough time. If you could do anything simple, just help them out, whatever you can do." Isn't that the hands and feet of Jesus in everyday life? It's what love looks like, showing up with what you have, be it a lawnmower, a smile, or the courage to knock on someone's door. When we are kind to one another, it doesn't just change the other person, it changes us. It softens our hearts. It waters the dry ground of whole communities. 1 yard at a time, 1 act at a time. The Hernandez family reminds us that kindness ripples outward like circles on still water. And maybe that's what we need most today, to believe again that small acts of kindness multiplied can restore faith, answer prayers, and remind us that God often sends his love in ordinary disguises. Sometimes even through a father and son with lawnmowers in hand. Hebrews 13:16. "Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God."
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.